Okay, so you're done with the sweat test. You've got the numbers, you've run them in the spreadsheet, and you're probably freaking out. I totally get it. Those are some big numbers there in terms of calories, but don't get too upset. I've got a couple pointers I want you to think about before you start heading out again and putting some of these nutrition information changes into practice. First and foremost, you are a racing machine. So you have to get rid of that mindset of like, this is who I am as a stagnant person who only eats this much and I don't eat that. When we're talking about being an athlete, which you are, and we're talking about performance-related nutrition, which we are, then we need to talk about calories in terms of how you're going to fuel yourself. It's very important to understand that if you're burning, 500 calories an hour, you only store so many calories inside your body in terms of glycogen. We have to replace those calories somehow. So that's what we're here to do. And we want to start with the fluid side. So if in my case, I lost 58 ounces in 1 hour. So that's if I have two 24-ounce bottles, that's roughly 48 ounces. That's close enough for right now for starting sake, right? And so my job is to move from 1 bottle an hour, which is what I had, 24 ounces, to 2 bottles an hour. So you want to space that out. So let's take that bottle. Let's get that bottle done by 40 minutes instead of by an hour, right? That'll put you in a bottle and a half an hour. Let's get to that first, which may take a week or two or a ride or two to get used to drinking that much, right? And then eventually we can bring that bottle down to about an hour, anything between 30 and 40 minutes, and eventually to 30 minutes. And then every 30 minutes, 1 bottle is 2 bottles an hour, and we're happy. We kind of get used to drinking that fluid, to carrying that fluid and porting it around, planning for stops, etc. And then we can start figuring out where we're at. And since we're underneath the calorie numbers for those 58 ounces, we can fill the remaining calories with some food. So if you're having 2 bottles an hour, or right now, at least a bottle and a half an hour, put a gel in there or put half a bar in there or whatever else it is. Put it at a nice, median time every, 40 minutes or so, roughly. It gives you 3 feed cycles every 2 hours. That's a good place to start. The combination of your fluid choices and then your calorie choices should equal roughly the total number you have. Fluid calories, while they count, aren't exactly the same as solid calories in your body. People count them all the same on a spreadsheet, but really in reality, the fluid calories are super fast, and the real substantive calories, the chewing calories, do make a difference. So go for that target first. We can always back it down. If you finish the ride and you're stuffed, that's one thing. Most people finish a long ride and they're just totally ravenous, which means you're not eating enough. Okay. So the hype cycle out of this is we're going to basically take you from where you are now to what the sheet says, and we're going to do that incrementally across a couple of weeks by shortening the drinking cycle, making sure we've got good nutrition choices, which you can always ask on the team about, or the chat, or inside the community space, or reach out to me inside your personal coach thread if you're coach or team level athlete. And then beyond that, we want to start adding in the food choices as well to hit that target calorie number, just to see how you feel, and then come out of that and make some substantive decisions after 2 or 3 of those rides to be like, you know what, hey, I feel better, or you know what, I don't like this food at this time, or I prefer this food, and to give it a test. Because all we should be doing in the weeks between the sweat test and your race is iterating and testing that nutrition on the weekends. Most people get fired up about the numbers in terms of the workout and the pacing and the strategy and the outcomes, right? How fast did I go? How many watts did I put up, etc. But really, all I care about so much is that you're nailing that nutrition, because nailing that nutrition is what sets you up to have a good bike and an even better run over the course of the day. Remember, nutrition is the key to unlocking your performance across these longer races, and it's really important that we get better at consuming fluids. We have a good balance between the calories we're taking in on the fluid and the chewing side, the hard calorie side. And you're also making sure you're getting enough electrolytes in, whether it's through the food choices that you made in your drink or by supplementing with some salt pills or something similar. All right. Best of luck to you. If you haven't already, write up your nutrition plan, share it to the team, get some feedback on it, put it to the test, and write down your notes. It's the fastest way to get better at your nutrition, and make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. Thanks so much for tuning in to this mini course. I look forward to hearing all about it and seeing your results.